That waiting for the gun, the nerves are just too much, thinking about what is about to go down.
There goes the horn to start the race.
No, I think it's really amazing. And now the whole setup and people are dressed up.
We're giving something, I think, to the people is just fantastic.
The support on the side of the road is second to none, and that gives you the extra oomph.
Thoroughly enjoyed it. The scenery is beyond what I could imagine. I seriously enjoyed it. I met so many wonderful people on the way.
Really enjoying Cape Town. People seem to really appreciate artwork here, which is really nice.
Come and visit Cape Town. We are waiting for you with open arms. We welcome you here. It will remain a city of hope and opportunity for everyone, not just in Cape Town, but around the country and the world.
And he takes the tape.
Cape Town is open, safe and ready to host you.
Overboard, and I need your love to pull me up. They say that haters can say that's the of love, yeah. Yeah, let's see, yeah, yeah. Stand in your eyes, better. Sort of, yeah. William Nurse running on for fuel. So don't fear. But here. Of love, yeah. Good afternoon and welcome down to a beautiful Friday lunchtime here at Hartleyvale Hockey Stadium on Hartleyvale B. Good afternoon and welcome to a beautiful Friday lunchtime here at Hartleyvale Astros and Hockey Stadium. On the B turf, we have England versus Zimbabwe in this final day of the pool stages here on a lovely Friday lunchtime. As the game starts, just to put things into perspective, this is currently in Pool B. England currently situated at second on the log and Zimbabwe at fifth. And as I said before, today is the last day for the pool stages before the cross-pool playovers, semis and finals commence this weekend. So everything to play for these two teams. Coach of England here is Adam Ward, and of Zimbabwe, Tapiwe Mafi. This is, as I mentioned before, this is the over 40 category, or failed to mention before actually, is the over 40 category in this competition. Obviously, multiple campaigns of different age groups running simultaneously here across the different stadiums. But this is the over 45 category. And as these two teams take the field and as the game gets started, I think there is lots for both of these teams to look forward to leading into this weekend, as there's been fantastic results from both ends of the spectrum. As Zimbabwe look to change the field, brilliant cross-field pass there, opening up the right-hand side. Ball into the D is found. First time shot is well blocked there by the centre-back for England, and a ball is fired down to Jacob on the left-hand side. Unfortunately, a poor touch. Couple stick challenges there, but England come away with it, and Jacob just unable to get to that one as the ball trickles over the baseline. But a lovely start to this hockey match here from both teams. As the wind begins to pick up, as it always does here at Hartleyvale, it's going to be critical that these two teams use the downwind breeze to their advantage, especially when it comes to throwing the ball over the top in the form of overheads, or just in general with running, because running into the wind at this stage of the competition is going to be tied with some legs no doubtly being very heavy. Zimbabwe coming away with that one just for a slight lifted ball there off the English stick. Long ball fired across the field diagonally, but unfortunately unable to find the teammate, and the ball is into touch for a British or English sideline hit. Number 8, David, oh my bad, at number 8, Torch Kalisi for Zimbabwe. They're unable to get there, but looking to apply lots of pressure as the ball is now sucked into the English left-hand side corner. England doing very well there to get out of trouble with a lovely piece of skill there and a good turn. Looking to transfer the ball across the field. Good hold up of possession there by William Nurse as he fires a ball down the right-hand side, unable to be picked up there by Jonathan Cooper. Slight push in the back there as shown by the referee. Forces the turnover, and Zimbabwe able to set up their press or their outlet. Talking about a press here, England looking to set up with a high press, looking to cut off first phase, forcing Zimbabwe to hammer the ball down the middle of the field, inevitably to regain possession. Lovely bit of work forward here from England as they try to make it or get a circle entry. Ball fired in. Long corners given by the ref. Slight look of dismay by the English right wing in the form of Chris Graham as he thought the ball went on a foot, but the ref was happy to let the play go, and long corner is a result of that build-up play. England looking to use this right-hand side and potentially a ball to get fired in, but very good composure, not knowing or not needing to put the ball into the D or first phase. Lovely transfer there to open up the left-hand side. Runners finding space on the T-point as well as P-spot. This is a very well-coached and organized English side as a ball is cut through the defense, and the first goal of the game is put through the keeper's legs onto the backboard. A wonderful little bit of build-up play there from England. That looked to be the captain, I think, who scored that one, Andy Wiley. What a way to open the scoring just 3 minutes into this first quarter of the game. That certainly came as a result of good patience on build-up there from England. Not having to fire the ball in off first phase, but rather to let the ball do the work as they trough the ball a few phases before finding that against the grain pass to Wally, who was wide open in the D. Zimbabwe probably a little bit unhappy with the man marking inside the circle, but at this level of international hockey, if you give someone a little bit of space, it often ends in disaster for you. So well done to England as they open their encounter here with a 1-0 lead inside the first 5 minutes of this first quarter. Little bit of a miscue there off the side of the stick, allowing Zimbabwe to have an attacking opportunity inside of the 25. Taken quickly, looking to beat the 1v1. Good pressure applied there from Captain Wally, but Zimbabwe still come away with it, and a very crucial touch there to send the ball flying to the top of the D, and a turnover. England flooding numbers forward, trying to get something out of this. Good arc. Lovely little one-hand pickup and a diving effort there from the center link. And goal number 2 for England. What a lovely counter attack there. One touch hockey, allowing the ball to move up the field at a lightning speed. Ultimately with a little touch past the keeper to put that ball home for the second goal of this encounter between Zimbabwe and England in the over 40 category here, over 45 category, my bad, at the Masters World Cup here in Cape Town, South Africa. Zimbabwe probably feeling a little bit rattled, having let in two early goals here in this game between the two sides. Going to have to settle into a bit of a rhythm here to keep England at bay. But lovely nonetheless from the English side, looking to transfer the ball quickly on that counter attack, getting the numbers high and wide, stretching the Zimbabwean defense, and resulting in a brilliantly well-worked team goal. Lovely bit of protection here from Captain Wally. As the ball is transferred, we've got a bit of pressure being applied here from David Dowdall. One-time touch there is a good one. Good 50-50 win there from Johnson in there in the midfield there. Tim Johnson there with a lovely little left-hand poke just to keep it out of reach of the opposing number. Just feel that England have got a little bit of an upper hand to start off with in the game here. What a big difference it does help when you get those two early goals. Just settles the nerves from a side or both sides in the game, allows these teams now to settle into a rhythm and try and implement what the coaches have been speaking about leading up to these games. As the ball is down the left-hand side here with Jacob, number 9. Good little bit of skill there to eliminate and finds the player on top of the D, unfortunately hitting his foot there in the process as he looks for that backhand pass. And Zimbabwe have a 16 and are able to set up their outlet now. England applying immense pressure from all angles as the ball is one-timed across the face of the D to the left centre half. Good bit of reverse pressure being applied there from Chris Graham to get the ball back, and a short corner is given. Ref just signaling that the ball was deliberately jabbed or tackled over the baseline with no intention to clear it out wide. Obviously that is an infringement and worthy of a penalty corner. So the first one of the game here for England. Let's see what they can do. Two castles up at the top, three castles at the top, or two far post runners. The ball goes down the middle. Unfortunately, the trap by Wally there is not good, but England still with possession, looking to try and recover the little mess up that they might have made there. But the ball fires across. Can they get something on it? And a wonderful little piece of tenacity there from the centre forward for England to just outmuscle the keeper and slide the ball with a beautiful backstick shot over the flailing stick and into the net for England's third goal in just 9 minutes of this encounter. Goal scorer there, Graham from England, certainly doing wonderful bits of work here for his team. So important as a striker when you're inside the D to stay nice and low and to be able to react to anything that may come off of the keeper's pad. So in that case there, Graham just showing that is exactly what he was looking to do. Stay nice and low. The ball off the keeper's pad was not a convincing clearance, and he was able to snap that up and put the third goal into the net for his team here to give England a 3-0 lead over Zimbabwe early on in this encounter. A little bit of confusion there by Reed as he tried to take it and go, but the ref showing that it's a Zimbabwean ball just inside the 20, or between the 25 and the halfway line in the attacking half. Zimbabwe looking to hit a long one in. Unfortunately, that one is lifted, and dangerously so. So England have a turnover of possession, looking to go quickly, flooding numbers forward once more, trying to hit Zimbabwe on the counter-attack here. Brilliant ball down the right-hand side to the outside forward, making a good post-up lead. Unfortunately, just tries to pop it past the right foot, but England reclaim the possession and look to build up once more, because there are a lot of red and black shirts in and around the D. So a lot of congestion and no passing lanes open to fire that ball in. But a T-point has made itself available, and England with another opportunity, driving towards the goalkeeper. Nothing comes of that, unfortunately. But England have the ball back here from Matt Boardman. Pass to the left-hand side. T-point entry. Brilliant bit of work here and alignment from England. Stick check there just outside of the D, allowing England a very good attacking opportunity just from the left-hand side. You can see England have been well drilled and well structured here from the coach, filling the correct zones there in T-point, far post and P-spot. Certainly starting to pull Zimbabwe apart here as the game commences. Ball fired into the D. No one gets on the end of it, but a bobbly pass allows. Unfortunately, it did seem like it hit the foot there of number 9, Nicholas Jacob. And England will have to set up a press, but a lot of pressure being applied to the Zimbabwean defense. First time ball into the D is not cleared well enough by the keeper, and allowing England another opportunity as the ball's fired across and narrowly past the left hand upright. Relentless hockey here from England, putting immense pressure on Zimbabwe as they just flood numbers forward, looking for that opportunity every single time a ball is fired into the D. You just feel that England are winning those 50-50 battles as they get in front of the man each time to allow for those small touches that cause major upsets when it comes to close quarters in the D. England now just with a bit of recycling to do to get the ball along this left-hand side channel. Good build up here as they find Jacob. Jacob with the brightest boots on the field fires a ball inside to the field, but a lovely little bit of 1-2 hockey. Back with Nurse, looking to find Jacob again as he unfortunately cannot pick that one up on the backhand. Good backtracking there from Jacob, unfortunately just coming off of his stick into touch. Ball into midfield, unfortunately, is turned over, and England again flooding numbers forward, but signal from the ref shows a stick check, and Zimbabwe are able to breathe another sigh of relief. Now with Kev Brownie looking to fire a long ball forward. Bit of a shove in the back there from number 7. Eddie Turinga gives a little smile to the ref there and has to quickly jog off for his substitution. But much better from Zimbabwe as they're just trying to limit any damage from England, soaking up as much pressure as possible and trying to keep that deficit to just 3 goals at this point in the game. But England certainly, again, as we said earlier, well-coached side, very, very polished outfit, doing all of the basics that you would love to see in a hockey game. Simple, making the ball do the work, arcing, eyes up, first pass that you see, you make that one. Good ball here across the field to find Brownie, who fires a ball to the right-hand side, unfortunately unable to be picked up there by Torch Carlisla. First time ball down the line is a very, very good one there to Tim Johnson with a bit of space to carry into you. Good step. Now with Raz Hodser, unfortunately unable to get the skill right there and gives away a free hit in a dangerous position here for England. The ball has gone 5, so now they can start to attack the D as they do up this right-hand side, looking for a circle entry. Stick check there potentially for a short corner, and a short corner is given for that initial stick challenge just outside or just inside of the D. Really, really penetrating and direct run there from the English right winger as he wins his short corner for his team. Second one of the match. Let's see what England can do. One castle at the top, one slip left, two far post runners on the right. What do England do? Trap is good this time. Ball is fired in with a lovely bottom left drag flick. That is what we call the banker. Very difficult for any keeper to get across there and make that save, as it is low and hard left, or low left and hard into the backboard, giving England a 4-0 advantage in this first quarter. So Zimbabwe certainly looking to get through the remaining minute of this chukka without any damage further. 4 goals, certainly maybe not what the Zimbabwean team was hoping for coming into this game, but England doing everything right at this point. So one of those days for Zimbabwe where you just get hit by an absolute freight train, but let's see how that they can counteract that, as there's still 3 quarters left in this game. So lots of time to strike back. So the ball is passed out to the right-hand side. Now looking to create some space down this outside channel, but a bit of a clash there between the two Zimbabwean players. Very, very good work there by Torch Carlisle. Ball fired across here, but easily slapped up by the centre half for England as he finds a simple pass to his centre-back partner. Very good backhand receive there. Beautiful run down the right-hand side here by Tim Johnson. Looking up, finding Lamb at the top. Ball fired in. Ends with Tim Johnson, and a great save there by the keeper on the absolute verge of the buzzer. And 4-0 to England in this first quarter. We'll be back in a few.
At thehockeysite.com, it's about what happens in the locker room. Thinking about the game. It's about planning and preparation, and about training and improving those skills. Looking at it from different angles. But of course, it's also about teaching them to score and win. Thehockeysite.com. Share the knowledge.
And we are back for the second quarter of this action-packed game between Zimbabwe on the left of your screen, playing from left to right, and England in the white and red strip, playing from right to left. So far in this game, it has kind of been one-way traffic here in the favor of England, as they have scored 4 goals in the first 17 and a half minutes. An absolute stellar performance in this first 15 minutes of the game, or 17 and a half minutes of the game. But hockey is a game of 4 quarters, so England will need to not rest on their laurels and just continue to apply that pressure to Zimbabwe, as we've still got a lot of hockey left to be played. Now with Cheshire, as he breaks in field and fires a pass across the right-hand side with Tim Johnson, who has had a fantastic game up the right-hand side so far in this first quarter. Jonathan Cooper displaying some phenomenal quick hand-eye skills, or stick skills, as he showed in the first 17.5 minutes. As England have another circle entry, a terrible challenge there on the ground with the one hand. Unfortunately, Sandy Lalla giving away a penalty corner for England. Zimbabwe just have to be careful with their discipline leading or going forward in this game, as they currently have a bit of a deficit to overcome here. Any infringement in and around the D is simply giving England another opportunity to extend their lead. So important that Zimbabwe make sure that they are doing the right things at the right time here in this game. But England once more setting up at the top of the D. One castle, two left, two right. What do they do? Push, stop, flick, goal. Beautiful, beautiful flick once more from England. I will try and find the goal scorer's name now. Really, really, really good. Simple drag flick there. Finding the left-hand top corner. A little bit of a deflection coming from the keeper, but nonetheless, power just too immense to keep out. And England with a 5th goal just 20 minutes into this game. Zimbabwe now with a chance, looking to attack up this right-hand side. Terrible challenge there to break down, but Zimbabwe come away with it still, and the ball is fired in for a far post, but comes off an English defender and out for a Zimbabwean sideline hit. Important the location of this free hit, because as this ball is fired in, I'll speak about it in a second. England breaking away here, lacking a few numbers, as it's now a 3v4 and the ball is over the back of the baseline. Unfortunately, not going there to stick. But as I was saying, very important that when you're in and around the 25-meter line, that the free hit is taken in the correct place, because the minute you're inside a 25, you have to take the ball 5 meters before it is fired into the D, whereas if you're outside, the ball can go straight in. So just small technicalities that these players obviously know very well, but for the audience at home, a little bit of explanation or explaining goes a long way. England now just patiently building up, really don't have to do anything more than what they have been doing already, as they are 5-0 up and looking comfortable in this game. Lovely ball fired across to the top of the D, looking for that far post run, and an absolutely stellar team goal here from England as they go 6-0 up in this contest. Just fantastic hockey. Anyone watching at home now should be taking loads of notes from this English over 45 side. They have strung passes together like it is nothing, and the running and the leading of the forwards is something that everyone should be looking to imitate. Really, really good hockey being shown here by England over 45 men, and it's clear to see why they're currently sitting second on the log. Harris there in a little bit of pain as he makes that tackle. Seems like a potential stick to the elbow, but up and running again. English player not being 5 there, which is what the ref's call was. Ball is taken in. Good touch to keep it away from the defender, but great pressure being applied by him, by Harris there. England now with Jonathan Cooper, who's had a very good game to up that right-hand side. Ball fired in. Well cleared by the keeper, but initially there was an infringement there from the English centre forward, Bobby Banzal, and Zimbabwe now have a chance to just reset up, refocus, and try and get the ball towards the other end of the field. But it's absolutely relentless pressure here from the English side. Now with Jonathan Cooper. Andy Wally, the captain, good turn. Tries to keep the ball in and does so successfully. Tim Johnson fires the ball in, but unfortunately not to his own player's stick, as we have a slight injury on the far side there. Just whilst they attend to that injury. once again, England showing so much class in this game so far to put 6 goals past the Zimbabwean team. And it's nothing, it hasn't been anything flashy or any moments of individual brilliance. It's just been really quality team build-up goals. Good counter-attacks, getting players in the right position, looking to go forward aggressively, and low-risk opportunities here have shown exactly why England deserve to be so far ahead in this contest. With that injury, there's just an opportunity for the two teams to just have a little in-game team talk and discussion over what tactics to continue implementing as this game continues. Really hoping that, okay, so he does seem to be standing up on his feet, so good to see that the injury is not too severe. Up on his feet and a clap from the crowd. Good to see that he'll be able to continue his campaign here in this competition. Raz Hodser just going down there and going to get a little bit of medical treatment on the side, but hopefully we'll see him back on the field very, very soon. Time on again, and Zimbabwe with a chance now to keep some possession and manipulate this English press, who's now holding off a touch, going into a slightly, not as much of a full press, but more of a high 3/4 press. Overhead is thrown, the first one of the game, but really good backhand receive there as England now fire forward with lots of numbers. Good communication there. Johnson looking to find some far post runner, but does very well as there's no passing lanes that are open, and that one just too far ahead of Cooper, resulting in a Zimbabwean sideline hit. Very important to note once more, as the game gets deeper and the legs get heavier, that communication is of the utmost importance, whether that is coming from defensively or offensively. It's important that the line behind communicates to the line in front regarding where to be standing and the angles that they need to cover. Well picked up here, and ball's now with Reed on this right or the left-hand side of your screen. In and out, back to Nurse. Looking for that overhead. Unfortunately, no runners are available. Nice slap along the deck now to Boardman, who just happily retransfers the ball back around. Really good from England here. Unfortunate there from Steve Turnbull, unable to keep that one in. Dispossessed there in the midfield, but England working really hard to get back there. Bit of stick clattering, but England come away with it, and it's now with Banzal as he fires the ball down to the left-hand side here for captain Wally. England very happy to keep transferring the ball around. Really good patience and good build-up from this team. Pressure being applied here, but no problems, and Nurse has the ball now looking down that left-hand side. Unfortunately, Matt Boardman there just a little bit frazzled from the touch coming from the Zimbabwean player, and his first touch just into or over the baseline to give Zimbabwe the ball. That one there just lifted, creating a little bit of danger, allowing Zimbabwe to reset, but that unfortunately is not helping their cause as the ball goes over the sideline. Really good again to take notes from England. The press that they have got going, now that they've dropped it back out a little bit, but we'll come back to that in a second as the ball goes towards the D. Zimbabwe reclaim possession, but England really doing really well to be pressing as a team. It's never easy if there's a disconnect between your forwards and your links, but in England's case, again, coming through really good coaching by Adam Ward, able to keep their press very well structured and making it really hard for Zimbabwe to get out and any real major distance down the field other than looking for that long handle. So lots of very good notes to take from this English team. Zimbabwe, however, managing to find their feet a little bit now as they've settled into the game in the second quarter. Fantastic atmosphere at Hartleyvale Stadium. Beautiful day, unlike yesterday. We're back with a bit of sunshine and warm weather. However, the wind at Hartleyvale is always blowing, so this is no surprise for these players who've been here for the last few days. But behind us, there seems to be England versus the South African men. Well, over 50, I think it is, and big crowds on both AstroTurfs here. So really good atmosphere for these players to be playing under. It's also so wonderful to see all of these different nations from all around the world coming to compete in this tournament. As just over, obviously, a few years ago, COVID was such a big threat, which still is, but very thankful that so many things are opening up once more. So lovely to see the various nations that are all out here competing for their country. Cooper there trying to get forward, but a little breakdown happens. He still has the ball up this right-hand side, running with a lot of speed. Sideline hit in the corner for England. Ball must go 5 before it goes into the D, which it has. England looking for that little 1-2. Ball goes over the baseline for a long corner for England. In attacking position up this right-hand side here. Nowhere forward for Captain Walia. Now with Chris Graham. Good little 1v1 battle between Chris Graham here and Hamish Michael. On that right-hand side, no way through. Very good 1v1 defending, just to keep England at bay here for a little bit longer. But here they come again. England looking to get it circle entry, which they do very well. Ball is fired in, and a short corner is given as it came off the foot of the Zimbabwean centre half. England now with their third short corner of the game, I believe. And you've got to think that it's going to the centre back for his fantastic drag flick, having scored 2 already in this game so far. Beg your pardon, William Nurse, I think, is the drag flick man in this case. 2 castles set up and 2 far post runners on the right-hand side. Slight different setup from the previous 2, but let's see what they can do here. Push is a good one, the stop is a good one, and a flick fired through the keeper's legs. A bit of a scramble, and the goal is scored, put back into the net by the pusher, actually, who I will get the name of now for you. But really well done to stay alert there and snap up that opportunity to put the ball into the back of the net. That was Tim Johnson there, putting his name on the score sheet and taking the score to 7 now in favour of England. Now with Khalid Adam, does well. Unfortunately, Graham just putting in a bit of a stick challenge there. Long overhead ball is thrown there, but easily snapped up there by number 5, Harris there, who plays a lovely ball into William Nurse with a bit of time and space, who finds the right half up that right-hand side. Cooper. Good ball there to Jacob. Unfortunately, he still got it. Unfortunately, Zimbabwe unhappy that thought it was lifted, but into the D. First time deflection. Ref unhappy playing the ball after the whistle, but just a little bit of danger there in the circle off that first time deflection, and unfortunately, whilst it was a great opportunity, England unable to capitalize on that one. Another injury here on the far side, I think, came from the initial lifted danger that Zimbabwe were complaining about earlier, but seems to potentially be a ball on the knee, which is why the other player is rubbing it, just to take away a little bit of that lami in Afrikaans terms. Time back on, however, it is a running clock, which is why we're playing the 17.5 minutes. So any injury time, unless there's special cases, the time continues to run. And a bit of a lazy challenge there, allowing Zimbabwe to continue going down the side. Ball fired in, unfortunately unsuccessful, but take 2. That one is lifted, and the danger results in a free hit towards England. Two and a half minutes to go in this second quarter. The ball is now with England as they progress up this left-hand side through Graham, who does really well to evade any challenge, but now with Jacob in the bottom left-hand corner, Captain Wally with a bit of support, who's found. Ball into the middle. Lovely bit of a midfield transfer there, and the one-time pass allows Cooper to have a crack from the side here. Wally with the shot, but well saved, and put wide past the left-hand upright. That seemed to have taken a deflection on the way out, which is why it went off target, and England have a long corner. In one of these special cases now, the time has come to a stop because the keeper has had an issue with his pads, and obviously that is vital that he sorts that out, as he's unable to play when his keeper kit is faulty. So that hence the reason for the stoppage of time. Time back on, as England have an opportunity here with just over a minute and a half to go in this encounter, and a fantastic 8th goal from the diving Chris Graham, as he first time deflects it past the keeper's right kicker and into the goal for the 8th of this encounter so far. England well and truly dominating this fixture between these two sides in the men's over 45 category at the Masters World Cup here in Cape Town, South Africa. Long overhead coming, but easily dealt with again from the English players, who's well positioned, and a bit of speed here from Tim Johnson, who finds Cooper now on the outside with a bit of speed. Wally, the captain, looking to go forward with Cooper extending around the outside. Really good work there, and the foot just outside of the D allows England another really good attacking opportunity going forward. Great defense there from Khalid Adam to dispossess the English player, as he was looking to first time that one into the D. Land being shown a green card, so he'll spend 2 minutes in the naughty chair, and England will go a player down. So bit of time now from Zimbabwe to look to capitalize upon that numerical advantage. However, there are only 27 seconds left in this first half, so even though that there is a bit of a numerical disadvantage for England, the break in play over half time might just slow that momentum down a fraction. Zimbabwe looking to transfer the ball now with a bit of speed. Now with the captain, Louis Nyama. Sorry. And there goes the half-time hooter. First half certainly being dominated by England in a really well-rounded performance, with 8 goals in favour of England, 0 to Zimbabwe. We'll be back. Welcome back to the start of the second half in this encounter in the men's over 45 category section of this Masters World Cup here in Cape Town, South Africa. On the left-hand side of your screens, in the white and red strip, we have England, and on the right-hand side, playing from right to left in the red and black, is Zimbabwe. So far in this game, it has been one-way traffic in favor of England, as they've put 8 goals past the defense of the Zimbabwean side. Zimbabwe just needing to take a bit of time now to reset, having had a long team talk here at halftime about potential change in tactics, and be interesting to see how they come out and play in the second half, knowing that they have an absolute mountain to climb. Speaking about mountain, what a beautiful setting we have here in the backdrop of Hartleyvale Hockey Stadium with Table Mountain, and it truly is a fantastic scenery to play under for all of these teams and nations coming from all over the world. One of the world's 7 wonders of the world, Table Mountain, and very, very lucky to be the backdrop of this beautiful hockey stadium that we find ourselves in. Behind me on the other field, we have South African, I think over 50 men versus USA in a very tightly contested game, and great support from both sides of this stadium being shown, as large numbers of people are situated around each of these AstroTurfs. But today, unlike yesterday, we have clear skies and some warm weather. However, at Hartleyvale, you'll never go a day without there being wind, so these players are indeed playing in some windy conditions, but certainly making the most of it if they are down. Oh, that is a beautiful ball. Sorry to interrupt myself there, but a wonderful ball and a fired across. Surely this has to be a goal. And an absolute meal of it being made there, unfortunately, by England, with loads of time and space, basically with an open net, and unfortunately skewed wide past the right-hand side upright. I don't think England will be too hard on themselves due to the fact that they're already 8 goals up. But going into this competition and the playoffs that we'll see over the next 2 days, or the weekend, should I say, these teams will be needing to take every opportunity that they do get. So it's important that good habits are started to be built up from now in the final day of the pool sections of this competition. Lovely under the shoulder there. England now with an opportunity attacking down the baseline. Ball is fired to P-spot. Unfortunately, no one on the end of it, but it did take a deflection off the Zimbabwean stick, and it goes out for a long corner in favor of England. Going off the basis of the first half, England with so much possession. This man on the board now, Cooper, with absolute lightning skills and feet. At that, he's got quite a bit of pace on him and has used it to his advantage so far up this right-hand side. Really, really good player with an absolute dynamite V-drag on him. So certainly one to watch out for. Turnover here for England as they throw numbers forward, and a foot is found, and England with the 5th short corner of the game, I believe. England already scoring 2 of the short corners so far, 3 actually if you include the little tip off the pads. But England with a really, really good short corner setup here with 2 immensely talented drag flickers, so no doubt one of them will be used in this instance here. Number 12 for England, William Nurse, stepping up, who's already scored a goal in this encounter so far. Looks like the target man for this particular short corner, although to his left we have Matt Broderman also, who scored 1 in this contest so far. Ball fired out, however, to number 12, and the flick from Nurse, well dealt with by the Zimbabwean keeper, Daniel Bell. Unfortunately, and a little unforced error there Ball going over the sideline, or the baseline, should I say, and Zimbabwe able to avoid any major danger that was coming or staring them straight in the face there from England. But unfortunately, a bit of a slow pass there, putting his centre half under pressure, but well dealt with there from the captain. Now with the dynamite man, Cooper with a lovely fake slap with a one-time pass, good turn and a bit of a collision from the keeper. And England win another penalty corner. Really, really good little piece of counter-attack hockey from England, looking to go route one and direct from the word go, having turned the ball over in the middle of the field, and pays dividends for them as they are awarded with a short corner. Just the one castle now with William Nurse behind the back, far post, a scramble around the keeper, and another short corner is awarded. A nice little variation actually being shown by England there, with a little slip behind the back and a ball fired across for a far post runner, flying and diving in on the ground. Jacob there diving in to try and get that far post deflection. It is a re-award, however, so England need to set up quickly. Whistle goes, and game on again. Let's see what England do. The push is good. The stop, unfortunately, is not, but well regathered, and a good little change of tactic there. And the ball is off the post, but clattered back in. Nearly really good work there from the Zimbabwean keeper, but unfortunately, with 4 British or English players in and around the pads, it was inevitable that Graham was to put the ball in the back of the net. 9 goals to the good currently in this game, with still a whole quarter and 10.5 minutes to go. Ball is pinched there by number 10 on his back by Steve Turnbull. Now with Cooper. Very good ball for a good post-up lead there, and right on the finger. Goes to ground. Finger in the mouth just to take away that bit of pain. But now we have Captain Wally with the ball, but a bit of a loose tackle there. And the ref indicating that he's happy to give that one in the form of a short corner for that infringement. So England again looking super dangerous up this right-hand side, or just in their attacking half in general, and have another short corner to show for their efforts. Two castles, 2 far post runners. Ball is taken wide and dribbled past both first waves and cleared outside, but looked to have hit a foot on the way through. And England with a re-award of a short corner. The way in which England have been playing so far, you have to think that they could potentially be favourites in this competition for the men's over 45 portion of the Masters World Cup. A really stellar performance thus far in this game. But still, job is not done for them, and I'm sure a lot of things to be worked on leading up to these playoff games in the next few days. Ball into the D, onto the foot, and another short corner. England won't mind this at all, as there's a lot of opportunity to try out variations, to give their flickers a bit of time to get some flicking practice in here, as they are slowly but surely increasing their tally of short corners in this game so far. Now to the short side, ball fired in. Good running from the 2 wave runners, but Captain Wally now with a bit of space, and the ball gets a deflection on the way out, resulting in a long corner in favour of England. Cooper now with some lightning speed. Those black Adidas boots of him obviously have some jet power in them, as he is able to cover a lot of ground in very short amount of time. But now with Zimbabwe up this right-hand side here with Simon Scott Elliott, who does really well to avoid any major pressure. Beg your pardon, that was Vinye Rambai with the ball there to do really well to maintain possession for his team. England with a turnover. Ball fired towards the left. There's so many numbers in the D. Just has to find a pass, and a loose challenge there from the brother of Vinay Rambai. But this time it was Vinut Rambai who unfortunately puts in a bit of a loose tackle, resulting in a short corner for England, about the 10th one in the game so far. England looking to try and take their lead to double digits after this one, and having not put the ball in the net for a little while now, they'll be looking to try and convert the short corner. Push is a good one, a good trap and a good flick, but unfortunately the direction was not good enough as it travels past the left-hand goal post and over the baseline for Zimbabwe to set up their outlet. That was not 5 by the English player, so a little bit of meterage being made here by Zimbabwe, as they have done really well to evade the constant pressure being thrown at them by England so far. Unfortunately, that is no good, and well picked up by Captain Wally, who finds number 14, Boydell, who looks to the right-hand side, but unfortunately is broken down. Cooper now with a hard pass to this right-hand corner, back to Cooper. Lovely little fake slap there, but that seemed to have hit the back of the stick as indicated by the umpire, and again, pressure being avoided here by Zimbabwe. Lovely 45-degree ball there, but there's a turnover in midfield and a double turnover, and sticks are flying in everywhere. A diving effort, but unfortunately the ref does not enjoy that one bit, and a yellow card is shown there to Sandy Lala, who absolutely threw the kitchen sink at that challenge, but that is unfortunately not allowed. You have to stay on your feet when making those challenges, and rightly so. So he'll sit 5 minutes in the naughty chair, but Cooper now along the baseline. Unfortunately, the ball just gets away from him. He might be quick, but not that quick. So unfortunately, adding salt to the wound here, Zimbabwe go a man down for England to continue to apply this pressure as they have been doing so far the whole game. Good bit of composure out the back. Long handle coming, and a bit of territorial advantage, or gain a bit of territorial possession back here. So England find themselves in their own half for about the first time in 10 minutes, but with a little bit of a lazy press coming from Zimbabwe, England right back into the attacking half. Ball cleared out with authority by the captain, Louis Nyama, and England now with a chance inside the 25. Ball goes out to Ian Cheshire, who simply looks to recycle through William Nurse. Harris on the ball now. Danger man Cooper on the right-hand side. Lovely little bit of speed on that pass. Good little touch. Not sure how intentional it was, but England with a long corner. Captain Wally now finds Chris Graham, who looks to go into the D, and unfortunately loses control of that one, and England will have to retreat and set their press up. Good bit of communication here from Harris. Just showing Cooper where he needs, or telling Cooper where he needs to be, but England with a chance here, and unfortunately bit of an anti-skill sends the ball flying out wide, but really, really well done by Steve Turnbull, and another opportunity into the D, looking for that short corner. Ref playing a bit of advantage, and advantage over, but through the deflection of a Zimbabwean stick, the ball goes out for a long corner in favour of England in a position right in the centre of the field. Ref saying that the infringement was happened or occurred outside of the D. So even though there was the ball being lifted inside of the D, the actual point at which the ball was lifted came from outside. That ball didn't travel 5 before it went into the circle, and Zimbabwe managing to just hold off this English attack by the skin of their teeth. Just under 2 minutes left in this third quarter of the game, and ball fired 45 to the left-hand side could not be picked up there by Simon Scott Elliott, unfortunately. But nevertheless, England being pushed back further into their own half. It's all that Zimbabwe can hope for at this point. Captain Wally on the board now. Lovely little bit of 1-2 skill there with Boardman. Beautiful ball under the shoulder there. Slight infringement, and we unfortunately have a Zimbabwean player who took a knock on the head, but a little wry smile there, and Boardman helps him up. That is one of the two brothers, Vinod Rambai, who seemed to have taken a little knock to the head, but he's back up, and good to see him on his feet. One minute remaining in this quarter, and a little bully happening currently. Little bit of unhappiness being shown there by Captain Wally. Don't think that the refs had blown their whistle just yet. Little bit of discussion. This shows the true sportsmanship here. And well done there from Zimbabwe to give England the ball as it was theirs initially. So now England have a chance up this right-hand side with Chris Graham, who looks to link up into the circle, and a short corner is found through the foot of number 12, Hamish Michael for Zimbabwe. So England with an opportunity to take their lead to double digits with just 10 seconds left in this third quarter. The whole of the team now making their way to the top of the circle, as in order for the game to stay alive, the ball has to be inside of this dotted line that you can see outside of the D. As this final hooter for the third quarter goes, England with an opportunity to extend their lead to double digits. Everyone situated around the top of the circle. What can England do? Stop is a good one, and the flick is saved and goes over the baseline for the end of the third quarter. So Zimbabwe narrowly managing to keep that one out. It is England 9 goals, Zimbabwe 0. That's all for now.
That waiting for the gun, the nerves are just too much, thinking about what is about to go down.
And there goes the horn to start the race.
No, I think it's really amazing. And now the whole setup and people are dressed up.
We're giving something, I think, to the people is just fantastic.
The support on the side of the road is second to none, and that gives you the extra oomph.
Thoroughly enjoyed it. The scenery is beyond what I could imagine. I seriously enjoyed it. I met so many wonderful people on the way.
Really enjoying Cape Town. People seem to really appreciate artwork here, which is really nice.
Come and visit Cape Town. We are waiting for you with open arms. We welcome you here. This will remain a city of hope and opportunity for everyone, not just in Cape Town, but around the country and the world.
And he takes the tape.
Cape Town is open, safe and ready to host you.